Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. It is gorgeous outside. Also I'm not naked, I have on a shirt, I promise. But yeah, I'm outside again because we know I like being outside or certain things. But yes, this is for my festival freaks, my people who will spend a whole bunch of money on a 3-day weekend of just being lit and listening to music and being out in the sun and meeting new people. You know my notes, we know my notes versus the wind. So, okay, so I was talking to my best friends and the temperature and the lighting changed. So just like ignore that. Like just don't even worry about that. But yeah, so my first tip is that if you're going to a new place, do your research. That is the main thing that y'all can get from this video. Do your research. Like, I'd be lazy with it because I just be wanting to know where to eat. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but it's good to like do your research as far as how far are the things that you want to go to from where you're staying. Do Uber prices tend to hike up in that space because a lot of times when you're at a festival, it's on a festival grounds, which typically is far from a lot of shit, and the prices will hike up. That's honestly not even a question. The prices will hike up, but you know, just doing your research on how much that stuff is going to cost, you know, making sure that you're budgeting and making sure that you're going to be safe wherever you are. I also think that, you know, if you're going with a group, put the person that's the most planning in charge of, you know, maybe doing an itinerary or just calculating maybe how much things are going to cost and how far things are from each other, or from how far the activities are from where you're staying. Okay, so my next tip is prioritization. Please prioritize artists before you get to day one. So I've gone to 3-day festivals and I've gone to 2-day festivals. Either way, sometimes you'll have overlap. So sometimes artists are at the same time that you want to see, and especially if you're with a group, talk about it before y'all get there, because it can be chaotic with what time y'all want to go to the festival versus what time y'all want to leave one set and go to the other if people don't agree on what artists to see. So talk about splitting up, talk about what artists you want to see, write it down, like usually you'll have a schedule for most major festivals. But you know, circle them bitches in the little, you know, if you have an iPhone, or I don't know if it does that on Android, but if you have an iPhone, you can just go in there and circle the shit. So just screenshot that hoe and circle which ones you want to see and which ones you're going to prioritize. And sometimes you got to leave 15 minutes from one set to the other one, and it hurts your feelings sometimes because sometimes the best songs be at the end, but we'll get there. It's easier alone. If you haven't seen my solo vlogs, I have one to LA for my 24th birthday, and I have one to Atlanta for One Music Fest. Go check those out. I'm also going to be making a solo travel video, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, let's get into the next tip. My next tip is budgeting. Budgeting, just like prioritization of the festival things, is very important. I would imagine that you've probably done some sort of budgeting by now, because them tickets be expensive, y'all, and that is a whole thing in and of itself. But budgeting for things once you get there. Do you need toiletries that were too big to get on the plane, or do you need allergy medicine? Sometimes you go into a different state, allergies be fucking up. Do you need to bring cash? Like, are you going to a festival somewhere that's in a different country where you might need to bring a different currency? Like, all of these things go into budgeting. If you need party favors are a part of the budget. And if you're a festival person, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, people have all of their things that they like to enjoy during festivals. Budget for that, because baby, it's expensive. Me talking about this as the children are like getting closer. But yeah, budget. Next, traveling to and from festival grounds. So if you do not drive, or if you are not the person that is driving, make sure that you, like I said, look up Uber, Lyft prices beforehand, and then know that they will hike. They will hike up because you're going to be in a, I forget what it's called, in a saturated area, so the prices are going to hike. You can use wait and save options. Sometimes it'll make a difference. Also, I've noticed that walking away from the festival grounds, which I know can be scary if you're in a new place, but if you're with a group especially, try walking away from the festival grounds like a couple blocks, because then you're not in such a saturated area, and it sometimes can make the prices go down. So yeah, because child, that can be a whole thing if you either haven't budgeted for it, or if you're not like a driver or renting a car. If you're renting a car, if you're with a group, make sure that you split that shit and that everybody can afford, you know, splitting it and keeping up with gas, because that is a whole thing if you're not Ubering or Lyfting. Okay, so plan to arrive like an hour or like 45 minutes to an hour before the first set you want to see. So if it's day one and you want to see Doechii at 2 o'clock, y'all need to be there at 1. This is to account for walking through security, which can sometimes be hectic as fuck because there's mad people trying to get in at one time, and just walking to the fairgrounds because sometimes it's very, very far. So yeah, so at least an hour, I would say, so that you can make it to the first person that you want to see. In between sets, I would say give yourself at least 10 to 15 minutes to get from like one set to another. So like if you want to see Rico Nasty and the set is at 2:30, it ends at 3:30, you might want to leave at 3:15 to see Missy Elliott if Missy Elliott set starts at 3:45. Is that what I meant? Yes. Sometimes I'm good at math, but yeah. On energy, go hard progressively throughout the days so that you don't burn out. Also, drink lots of water. Drink lots of water. I think that might have been a separate one in my notes, but drink lots of water and go hard progressively throughout the days. So don't start on 10 because you're gonna run out of energy. People be selling their tickets because they're just like, no, I can't do this, because you gotta think about the heat, the people that you're interacting with, the energy, and just like surviving for 8 to 12 hours outside with others at a music festival. So definitely conserve energy and money by just progressively going harder. Don't start on 10, start on like a 6, then take it to 8, then end on a 10. You feel me? You feel me? I have found that a lot of times your favorite songs are at the end of a set. I just want y'all to keep this in mind when you're thinking about your scheduling and what sets or what end of sets you're gonna have to sacrifice in order to get to different sets. So that's just a tip to keep in mind, because I've just noticed like I'll be having to bop out to go to a different set because they be saving it, you know. Just like I said, y'all go progressively harder throughout the days, they be going progressively harder through the sets. So it'd be like sometimes throwbacks and then like new shit and then like fan favorites, and so you be having to move to the next set in the fan favorites time. Sometimes that's a little bit hurtful, like I said earlier, but it's okay. We're prepared for this, we've trained for this, you're gonna be fine. Just think about that whenever you get the schedule. I know schedules don't come out automatically, like, you know, you get your tickets, it's like months, and then the schedules come out very close to the festival. Just think about it and take notes about it, because if you want to be prepared, if you're not just like, oh, whatever, I'm going for the vibes, you want to be prepared and you want to see everybody that you want to see, think about that. And if you want to hear your favorite songs. So make friends and be safe. Sorry, I just started laughing because the kids are laughing behind me. But make friends and be safe. So one half of that is be friendly and open. And if you're meeting people that you're vibing with at sets, you know, it's cool to be nice and it's cool to link up with people. Like, you know, if there's like things that are happening in the city after the festival, sometimes meeting friends and making friends is nice when you're going to festivals. However, be safe. And that is like, don't invite no strangers to where y'all are staying. Keep your doors locked. Check y'all's mirrors and cameras in your Airbnb or wherever you're staying in your hotel, because people are weird, people are crazy, and I want y'all to be safe. So remember that. Also, I haven't used it yet, but I got this little like, it's a door stopper alarm. And I know there's like other like extra locking mechanisms that you can buy on like Amazon or wherever you buy your goods, or Temu. Extra precautions are always necessary because, you know, if you're flying places, you can't have like weapons to protect you, and weapons are not always legal places, and yada yada yada. So we protect ourselves with prevention. So get you some locky thingies and alarm systems and that you can transport places, okay? Last but not least, I want to drill into your head to stay hydrated, stay hydrated, stay hydrated, stay hydrated, stay hydrated, stay hydrated. Drink water, drink water, drink Gatorade, drink honestly anything but energy drinks. And like, I know y'all are gonna drink alcohol, but you know, like, don't turn up so hard that you're dehydrated and passing out in mountains of people, because I've seen that shit, and that shit is scary, and it's hard to get to you. Like, if you pass out, it's hard to get to you. Like, we have to point and yell and get the artist's attention, to get security's attention. And like, now after that Travis Scott shit, most festivals have hydration packs. There's no reason why, especially if you've been going to festivals for a long time, there's no reason why you should not be benefiting off of free water. Y'all know how much they charging us for water out here, like, especially at festivals. Festival water can be $18 million, and they have fountains, free fountains, so you can fill up water bottles. So y'all take y'all little hoochie juice or whatever the hell, you chug that before you get in, because they won't let you bring in open bottles with stuff in it, but you can have an empty bottle to fill up water. Stay hydrated, stay hydrated, stay hydrated, stay hydrated. And last but not least, have fun. Have so much fun. Your festival fairy godmother is here to say, have a great time, enjoy yourself. It is festival season. Like, if you're going with your people, if you're going alone, just have a ball, stay safe, and stay hydrated, because I want y'all to, you know, survive festival season and enjoy it and not be passed out and in the fucking tent. You don't want to be in the tent. You don't want to be in the tent. I have never been in the tent, but I know you don't want to be in the tent, because the artists are not in the tent. The artists and the vibes and everything is outside in the grass with the joy. And if you drink water and pace yourself, okay, babes, you'll do just fine. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all know what I have coming next. If you don't know, I have, I can't say that one around the youth, but I have a tips that's coming out. If you know, you know. If you don't, watch one of my last videos. It says which one is coming out. I have a story time about me being a hoochie in high school. And I have solo travel. So if you are a solo traveler here with me right now in the present day, that's coming. So yeah, I love y'all. I hope y'all are having a lovely, marvelous, and spectrumtacular day, because the only things that matter here are you, me, the arts, and the fact that none of the other shit matters anyway, so we might as well have fun. I finally got my life together and said the thing correctly. Wonderful. I love y'all. I will see y'all next time. Bye.